the U-band antenna system from the comm mode to radar mode.
Endeavour, Houston on 2 for ISS attitude. Pitch yaw roll -2.4, -6.0, +0.4.
-2.4, -6.0, and +0.4.
Good read.
Beautiful view of the Russian segment of the station with Endeavour 600 feet away.
Endeavour, Houston on 2 for radar acquisition.
Go ahead.
Mark, we need you to check your config on A1 upper, please. We see a couple switches out of config.
Okay, just call them up to us, Houston.
KU power to standby.
Got it.
Okay, it looks like you're in a good config now.
All right, thank you.
.600 feet from the space station, tracking toward the northern coast of Australia. Endeavour now behind and below.
Standby, and then all the way there after going to panel, we went power to on. I think we need power back on again.
We concur. Mark, we see a good KU config now. Thanks.
Copy.
This view of Endeavour, 620 feet from the International Space Station, almost directly beneath the ISS, tracking high above the Timor Sea and just the coastline of the northern coast of Western Australia coming into view. The ground track will take it across the Northern Territory and then the South Australia, and then down across New South Wales. "650 feet, Endeavour is approaching the R-bar, which is the imaginary radius vector straight line from the station down to the Earth. The space station's electrically driven control moment gyroscopes are now controlling the complex's attitude. Shuttle pilot Greg Johnson now about halfway through the 360-degree fly around of the International Space Station. Endeavour now has crossed the R-bar directly beneath the International Space Station at a range of 680 feet. Now transitioning back to from the R-bar up to the V-bar, back up to the point in front of the International Space Station, 3/4 of the way now around the circumference of the station. The two spacecraft tracking southeasterly, just about to swing to the east of Melbourne, Australia.
Endeavour, we'd like a COVAR re-init, spec 33, item 16.
Okay, Houston, do you want me to auto the data again? I inhibited it.
You can auto the data, then the item 16 on spec 33.
Now heading across the Tasman Sea, between Australia and New Zealand. Endeavour and the space station about 9 minutes from moving into an orbital sunset as they track off the southern coast of New Zealand. Range is 660 feet, holding pretty steady as Endeavour tracks from the R-bar back up to the V-bar, the velocity vector, When Endeavour reaches that point, that'll end the 360-degree fly around of the International Space Station, and that's the point where the first separation burn will occur. That will occur on the plus V bar. It's about a 1.5 foot per second radial burn that initializes the separation of Endeavour from the station. Obviously, that'll be followed by a SEP2 burn about 28 minutes later. And typically that is the final separation burn, but that just sets the stage for the storm DTO activity, the sensor test for Orion Relative Navigation Risk Mitigation experiment that will kick off as Endeavour tracks out to a range of about 19,000 feet or about 3.5 miles from the station. That slow departure from the station will be reversed with an NH2 burn shortly after 1:30 this morning Central Time, 2:30 Eastern, that will begin the rendezvous back toward the International Space Station as part of this experiment designed to demonstrate the capability of relative navigation sensors that have been developed for automated rendezvous and docking of Orion-based vehicles like the multi-purpose crew vehicle. The primary test for this re-rendezvous is with a vision navigation sensor, or VNS. It's a flash LiDAR and high-definition docking camera. Unfortunately, the docking camera is driven by one of the data recorder units that is been turned off and is not going to be operational for the re-rendezvous. However, the Storm DTO team says that they got as much as 3/4 of the data they wanted with that docking camera during the actual rendezvous of Endeavour to the International Space Station. So the vision navigation sensor driven by data recorder unit number 1 is going to be active throughout the re-rendezvous of Endeavour to the International Space Station. Endeavour will not dock with the station, but will fly to as close as 600 feet before the final separation maneuver, SEP3. The value of the Storm DTO will help engineers here on the ground to continue to refine their ground-based simulation models. And the real-time in-space data is invaluable to helping develop those models for refining the sensitive instruments associated with an automated rendezvous and docking system. And the SEP1 1.5 foot per second radial burn is in progress. That as Endeavour establishes itself on the plus V bar, that is basically 650 feet directly out in front of the station once again. That would complete the fly around procedure, the fly around maneuver. A good bit of that Flyaround Endeavour was able to send down some live views of the International Space Station, and in turn the station had some television coverage as well of Endeavour during the Flyaround.
Houston, SEP-2 TIG on page 211 will be 16:37:36 based on our SEP-1 burn TIG of 16:09:36.
Endeavour, we copy and concur.